Hello guys, welcome to a new video. As you might have noticed, the new Rift is here, and with it came a few great cosmetics and a few not so great, but well, we are talking about that in today's video. So, what that means is we are not talking about them shrinking character portraits for no reason at all, as well as changing the order in which they appear, making that characters you don't own might appear before characters that you do own, which makes no fucking sense. Anyways, I'm not gonna talk about that much after this right now, since nobody has to tell you that it's dog shit, because you know that already. Anyways, to get into the video, we're just gonna talk shortly about the less important skins, Elodie, David, Sable, and are then moving on to the more important skins, I would say, with Yui and the Spirit. And for that one, we are going to go deeper into design, inspiration, some technical dev stuff, and hopefully you are going to enjoy that. So, starting with Elodie. The big thing here is that I have never expected Elodie to ever get a good skin, but here we are. I've never played her, I didn't really care too much, but the skin is honestly pretty good. I don't really have anything bad to say about it. Moving on to David, and honestly when I saw the head for the first time I thought it was Jeff. I ain't gonna lie. I still don't know why every David has to be shirtless, but that's just the world we live in. I do understand that, you know, the boxer shorts, the whole aesthetic, I can see it, but I cannot see why we need it. So kind of meh, would I say. Definitely the worst skin of the bunch. And we have Sable. Now Sable for some reason has wings both on her back and her head. Probably because it's not a linked skin, so in case somebody changes out the top, they would still have the wings on the head. However, as a whole outfit, it kind of looks stupid, and I think this skin is kind of meh. People are still gonna like it because it's Sable, but we gotta be fair and say the skin is really not too good. And I certainly don't care about getting it in the Rift. With those out of the way though, here we start with the actual video. Yui's skin. I think it looks great, probably one of her best skins. The whole Tails thing is something very new to base game Dead by Daylight. However, of course, there are a few things I don't like. On a design standpoint, I don't like that every Yui has to have some biker aesthetic. I get it, she's the certified biker girl, but just because you have a hobby, it doesn't take up your entire life. But not every outfit has to have a biker reference. I mean, because of the biker jacket she has in this outfit, literally every other top she has in this game works better with the outfit in my opinion. They really fumbled the bag with that one. On the other side, I don't like behavior always being inspired by traditional clothing and then trying to make it look cooler. You know, for example, the mask. It's clearly inspired by Kitsune mask, right? Kitsune is a fox, but also considered a yokai in Japan. Specifically in this cosmetic, the QB, the nine tails, you know, foxes in Japan, Kitsune get more tails the older they get, and they get stronger the more tails they have. To not stray away from the point, this mask is clearly, you know, inspired by it, but they try to make it look cooler. And if you try to make something look cool, it just looks weird. I personally would just have preferred a traditional mask. The same thing can certainly also be said about the whole outfit. You know, the straps on the pants, why are they there? They are there to look cooler, because Yui is the cool girl. On the shoes are tabi shoes. You know, the shoes where the big toe is separated from the other toes. Tabi shoes like that are usually indoor shoes, you know, just to be a little bit more comfy, kind of between socks and shoes. They are outdoor variants, but I've never seen any with heels. That's my big gripe here. Now coming to the tails. The tails have physics in the main menu. Why do I say that? Because in game, if you play with the tails on and you are in movement, so let's say you are running and you turn around, the physics don't take that into account. So if you actually play with them on, it looks far more stiff than it does in the main menu. Another thing about the tails, they retract if you go into lockers. So, to prevent clipping through the lockers, the tails shrink down and are then stored inside of Yui. This is a very common trick in game development. It has been done so many times, and they used it in a great way here. What happens most of the time in games is that if something disappears into a pocket, you know, once it's out of sight, it instantly gets shrunken down and then stored there. However, what the DBD devs did was they considered that it would kind of look stupid if the tails would just disappear instantaneously. So what they did was they kind of slowed down the process, okay? It shrinks down slowly and it returns to its size slowly. However, people on Twitter have mistakenly called this a special animation, which I guess if you are really pedantic about this, this is technically an animation, but it is certainly not like a special animation where you would be like, wow, how did they do that? You know, it's kind of just a really common development trick. So don't lick the devs' boots for that one too much. Still, a great outfit. I just wished it was more traditional and less trying to be cool. Now, coming to the spirit. The spirit skin has a snake theme, probably a specific yokai I cannot pinpoint right now at this moment in time. Even I do not know every yokai by name at any point in time. I would have to do more research, so I'm not gonna claim anything that is wrong here. However, a big hint to what the yokai might be are probably the feet. As you might have noticed, the feet are no human feet. Anyways, the skin looks great. I like it aesthetically, but why does she have to be naked? At this point, she's not really wearing anything. The snake that is covering her up is more like censorship. It's not really clothing, is it? I'm not even sure if I can show it on YouTube. I'm still gonna do it, but you know, I'm not even sure if it's allowed, because she is technically pretty much naked. It's not like she's wearing much more in her default cosmetics, but how do we even manage to have her wear less than in her default cosmetic? I thought it was impossible. And I don't really understand this trend of, well, Vittorio came out, he instantly gets a fucking shirtless appearance. Skull Merchant comes out. Her walk animation. Really? Does she have to shake her hips like that? Like it looks goofy as fuck. Sable comes out. Let's give her a bikini. A new spirit skin comes out. Let her be naked. You know, it's just a little bit like, who are you trying to cater to? Do we really need that? I don't know, man. It's not for me. Still, the skin overall is great. I like how it looks. I'm probably gonna try to get it. I just don't think this was necessary. I still like the notion of spirit embodying different yokai with different cosmetics. You know, a ice themed cosmetic for Yuki Onna. Now this, which is probably inspired by another yokai I can't point out. I like the general idea, you know. And of course, the snakes coming out of her back are also pretty sick, if I do say so myself. And this is it. These were all of the cosmetics we got, well, at least on the paid side of the Rift. Of course, my opinion is not the only one that matters. Please tell me what you think. You know, you can tell me how Sable's skin isn't too bad, or something like, we needed another shirtless David, you know? If you want to tell me that, feel free to do so. If not, I would appreciate a like. I would appreciate if you would subscribe. We have a Twitch, we have YouTube, both in the description below, and I would like to see you next time.
I love this guy. It's Kuro.
Yeah, Kuro's awesome. He's awesome.
Yeah.
Kuro, no one appreciates you.